what's up? What's up? We're back with Kilimanjaro podcast. I've never done that before because my co-host isn't here. But obviously, you're gonna have to be used to just seeing my face because that's how we're running. By the way, this channel is all about finding your equilibrium. So I got the jumper right now. Obviously, you can grab that. I don't know. There's gonna be a limited supply of that shit, so who knows? But yeah. Without further ado, I have a new guest over here. I messaged them in like maybe last April, the first time I messaged him or some shit. Yeah, bro. If I scroll up all the way, it's like, yeah, man. So I wanted to get him on, obviously, because I wanted to get load of artists on, innit? But then at the same time, you want to build your channel up to a certain space in it so that you can actually benefit people to a certain extent in it. You know what I mean? And I guess from this podcast, obviously, like people will have a look into who you are, blah, blah, blah. So you can use some of those clips on your Instagram and shit. And that's what we're kind of trying to do over here, innit? We're trying to like push people that we kind of believe in, innit? Like everyone that we get on, just like you, I've been seeing your shit, innit?
Appreciate you.
You know what I mean? Like I see your songs that you put out there. You don't have many on Spotify. So obviously, I'm sure that's going to be loaded up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I guess, yeah, introduce yourself, and then obviously we'll get into how I even heard about you in the first place, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, well, yeah, guys, my name is Kyro. I'm a rapper from West London. And just, yeah, like, bro, all I want to do is make music, man. That's what I do, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to put out vibes, and we're on the come up, man. That's it. So I can say 2022 is the year, so, yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, what kind of music do you even do for the people out there who don't even know about you?
I mean, I really just speak about my experiences, you know what I'm saying? So I guess you could say I'm a conscious rapper, but at the same time, not entirely, because I might make the odd love song, I might make the odd trap song, you know what I'm saying? I'm versatile in that case, you know what I'm saying? But really and truly, it all comes from me. Sometimes I make like certain songs are just like soundtracks to certain things, like things with me. I feel like I love writing about myself, but I almost like writing like about a character, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because you're into anime and all of that as well, isn't it?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So you got that little association there. You're like, yeah, I want to be a character. 100%. This is my main character role, isn't it?
100%. You know, so like sometimes even though like trap, like I've never trapped before in my life, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I don't sell drugs. I've never shot. I've never killed no one. But like sometimes those songs I feel like,
just to put it out there, innit? Just for the kids listening.
Obviously.
Listen, you see me, man. You hear me? I don't lie about my shit.
But 100%, like sometimes like certain songs, like some guys they live this life, you know what I'm saying? So it's nothing to like, you can't really, it's hard to like put it out there like that, especially if we've never done it before. But sometimes I just feel like the writing itself, like I'm big into that, like the lyrics, the writing and the story and the imagery of like stuff in that, of that kind of concept is so thought-provoking, you know what I'm saying? Like especially like when you watch something like Top Boy, it's another case of it's showing you that lifestyle. I hear from music, it's portraying that imagery, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes even like I like delving into that, like trying to be in that mindset.
That's why Top Boy is so sick, because what it does is it portrays the image exactly how we see it in our heads. And it might not even be like that, because it's not really like that out in the open, blah, blah, blah. But like obviously if you're in certain circles, then you see like the extreme version of it, innit? But yeah, man, that's why it depicts it so well, because that's what we play in our heads when we're listening to that trap music, innit?
Yeah, we see it, you know. So
and
I'm just a big storyteller in that case, you know. So
I guess there's like a new wave of artists which is like going against that, because they realize music is a big part of everyone's life, innit? Like I feel like subconsciously we take in all of these messages, innit? Like that's kind of what makes us who we are and what we believe, innit? Yeah, and I feel like 100%. You want to have a diverse catalog of music that you listen to, varying on your mood, innit?
Yeah.
So, like, what kind of mood do you feel like you capture when you spit normally? Like on a normal thing. Obviously, you're versatile, blah, blah, blah. But what's like your bread and butter? Because for me, I have like J. Cole vibes for you. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Bro, easily, 100%. But even...
Because that's my favorite artist, innit? Because it's thought-provoking. It kind of elevates your understanding of yourself, innit? Because you see, you're talking about experiences, but through what you're saying and the examples that you're giving, people are not even listening to necessarily what you're going through. but they're recalling a moment where they feel what they feel when they're listening to the song. Do you know what I mean?
100%, man. For me, like I know for myself, like the types of beats that I respond to best to. I respond the best to, like, you know, like Drake's, like that sound, the OVO sound,
like melodic.
Like, yes, melodic. That I always like. I always like. I'm not being big-headed, but I know I'm at my best. I always kill it, like when it's that kind of instrumentation, you know. So because you know what it is, it's just there's so much space in the. I feel like producers know this. There's so much space for vocal in that, and it's just something easy to go into. It's not too much going on. You know what I'm saying? It's more so just the vocal and the beat, and with those two elements, and a bit of melody as well. That's enough to get you in your feels, bro. So and that's what music is. Music is truly energy. You know what I'm saying? Where you're listening to something and you feel a type of way. It's meant to make you feel a type of way. Yeah, and it's just that's literally it. You know? So
yeah, exactly. Like that's what you kind of flesh out from music as well. And I don't even know how it is as an artist, but obviously everyone raps in the car, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, everyone we know has definitely rapped in a car, freestyling and all of that, innit? And it's a feeling that overcomes you, where you're like, okay, I have to feel like I am the shit, otherwise it's not gonna go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know, so do you feel like you've kind of like taken on that role of like, okay, yeah, this is my wrong, this is my shit, and I kind of have to be ultra confident, like I have to turn up the volume all the way in order to be in that wrong.
100%. I feel like you gotta believe in yourself, otherwise no one will believe in you. But at the same time, with the music in general, putting those feelings out there of insecurity, doubt, those things are so important. I mean, because hip hop, rap, that bravado has lived forever. Like from the very get-go, you have to be hard, you know what I'm saying? But there's this, I mean, there's countless artists that, you know, like for example, Kanye West, Drake, J. Cole, even Jay-Z, where they flesh out that even Stormzy, fam, like all these guys, they flesh out their insecurities, their doubts,
their anger, they're venting out.
100%. Like, I mean, that's just it. Music in general itself is so versatile now. You know what I'm saying? It's been that way for years, but like even more so now. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's just kind of like, I mean, you got these people on, like these kids on TikTok that rap, you know, these YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? But they are going into like deeper topics. They're not just trying to, or a lot of them are just trying to like do the music thing or whatever.
Yeah,
but they're
just trying to sound hard and get a crowd jumping, basically, innit?
100%.
I mean, you want to go wild, but no, you carry on now.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying. Literally, that's literally it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just literally, I definitely believe in myself, and I'm like have to be almost overly confident because that's believing myself, literally in it. But at the same time, I do put out my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Especially, to be honest, I even I put out a song called "Never Knew Enough."
I was actually just gonna bring it up now, so that's perfect.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Literally in that song, I'm talking about that, but also "Dreams Never Die." Those two songs, I'm talking about my experiences where I never knew enough. I thought I knew everything when I was like 16, when I was 21, when I was 22, when I was 23, when I was 26. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning, even though I'm 28. And there's this thing of, you know how they say rap is a young person's game. They used to say that back in the day. It kind of doesn't exist anymore because you got people like Nas and Jay-Z that are nearly 50 or are 50. They're still rapping. So hip hop is progressed anyway. So it's like it's no longer a young person's game. It's the game is evolved, bro. Like anyone can do it at any age, as long as you got something to say. If you're not chatting bullshit, then you're good. If you got something to say and you bring in vibes, that's all people are hearing, fam. You know? So we're not stopping. Literally, man.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. Did I go? Calm. Did I go?
No, you still it. You're all
calm. Yeah, no, I'm just getting a call right now.
Calm, man.
Trying to cut them off still. Why are they calling me right now? Anyways, yeah, man. I guess if you're not thought-provoking, then what's the point, to be honest? Because you're not giving any value to people. People care about value now. Like, I feel like with this whole self-development space that might be a little bit cringy at times, you might just hear the same bullshit over and over again, but you kind of have to be in the space to want to change to actually allow that to benefit you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you want to improve, then you obviously have to be in that space. And I feel like because a lot of people have moved over into that space, I feel like now music has to amplify that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing is, people right now, like, okay, it's a PC culture. You can't really joke around like how you used to joke around and all of that shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like definitely, we've said many jokes, bro. Many jokes that have been that would have been fatal in this climate right now. And but
I know.
what people are
Literally,
more comfortable with is talking about their insecurities, talking about how, oh shit, I sleep in bed all the time and shit, and I can't get up, blah blah blah. Some people are saying that, not me personally, but I would never put something like that out there. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, some people are like that. And I feel like if you talk about that, then you can really touch people's hearts, and that's what you want to do with music, right?
I do the same thing, literally, my music, right? Like, because that's the whole aim. As well as I love, sometimes I like to give a lighter side where it's just having fun, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want, sometimes I just want to rap. But especially whenever I can, I always try and delve in those topics because someone needs that. You know what I'm saying? It's not something I try to do. I try to think, okay, I've got to reach that person, reach that person. It's just something that I'm feeling and I associate with certain things. I'm like, okay, this is anxiety, this is depression. You know what I'm saying? This is love. This is, I just want to get lit. There's all these things, you know. So we think right out of the box, man.
Yeah, man. So I guess we have to circle back to how I even got in contact with you. So obviously we know this guy. I think some people know this guy. Apparently it's a very small world because you did a podcast with Casey, right?
Yeah.
Multiple podcasts. Like you were doing it for a while, right?
Yeah, for real. We did it right through lockdown. The whole lockdown we did it.
Yeah, so I think I saw you on one of his because I was just starting. I was like, okay, I need to go into podcasts first. And I was like, let me just try everything in it, bro. The amount of messages I sent, because people are like, even Casey, when he was telling me, he was like, it's really hard to get guests out here. Like, not many people are responsive, and normally, like, people just flake off in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like, and for me, I was like, listen, you just got to play the numbers game, innit? You got to send like 500 messages out there and expect to get like 400 rejections and 100 yeses that turn into, listen, they're gonna ghost out. There's gonna be 20 left. Those 20 you can start building something on. It's just whoever's interested in it, really. Definitely. But like, how was your podcasting journey for a bit, bro? And why did you even get into it in the first place?
Bro, podcasting has always been a thing that I've loved to do, like, especially listening to it. Like, people like, for example, Charlemagne the God, Andrew Schultz.
Bro, they're like, crazy. I listen to Flagrant 2 all the time, bro. So.
Flagrant is so funny, bro. Like, and you know what is, I feel like I don't know if it's just over here, but it's slightly underrated, you know? Like, it's so funny.
So underrated, you know, bro. But you know what? It's becoming rated, bro. Like, Akash is quite a special that bring back Apu thing. Bro, like, they're going up because now they're trying to make him, like, part of the spotlight now, not just Andrew, and then now it's gonna explode. But that's the comedy that I'm talking about, innit? You get to be free. So I guess those people try and make you kind of liberated, innit? To like speak your truth, essentially, like find your equilibrium, right? So
trust me, man, trust me. But like that's what I'm saying. Like guys like those, Noriega with Drink Champs, Rap Radar sometimes with Elliot Wilson. There's another one as well. Half Cast. I think they finished though. I'm not too sure. Half Cast. So hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
But but that's what I'm saying. Literally, when I think about the podcasts I listen to, they're all quite flagrant. When they say certain things, I'm like,
it's like, ooh, that might touch someone's nerve. Like Karen might be talking with a baseball bat, fam. You don't want that. No, you don't. But yeah, man, it's weird. But the thing is with podcasting, as we were saying earlier, it's like the piece doesn't come in like that, innit? Like it's a real long-term thing that you have to kind of scope out for. You know what I mean? Are you frozen? Okay,
yeah. I can hear you now. I can hear you. You're good.
Yeah. No, it's like a thing that you have to scope out for, innit? Like the piece. Like in order to make money from podcasting, you have to be really savvy. You got to get some affiliate links, and then you go start doing brand deals that you have to reach out for at first. You know what I mean? But how did you find that, like, kind of the struggle with it?
I mean, with us, we didn't really. Well, Casey kind of did all that. He kind of focused more on all that. I was kind of like I want to say almost like a remote host where basically I'll be in and out almost, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of covered most of that. But at the same time, I do know that's how the game goes. To be honest, it's like Twitch, Twitter, all these things where you get, or TikTok, where they sponsor you, you know what I'm saying? You've done it for a while. People just start noticing your stuff, and it's like sport in a way, innit? You get recruited, not recruited, but you get like scouted. They're like, so we want you to like, just like give us a drop, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. So, and it works out, innit? So I think with anything, bro, you just gotta grind. You've got to grind, and then like people will see you and it's like, okay, cool. You know what? We like what you're doing over there. We want to help. We want to support. So that's it.
Yeah. So it's like a great vehicle to kind of get your opinions out there, innit? Because I guess in order to build social equity, you have to kind of be out there producing shit, innit? Otherwise, no one's gonna know it. And especially if you're in the creative space, like even with my poetry, like in order to get noticed, I have to be pushing out content because then no one has a catalog. And if I don't have a catalog, then the page is not worth watching, right?
Yeah.
You know I mean, like when you go on someone's pages and you see like 2-3 posts, you're like, I don't know if I should be following this person. You know, it seems a little bit too intimate for me, you know? So yeah, man. I guess you're just putting your word out there, yeah?
That's it.
So what was like your key moments? Like, do you remember a key moment that you were speaking about a certain topic and it really like captivated?
Key moments. I mean, I don't know. Key moments. We had a lot of moments.
It could have been like something that he said. Like Casey's a favorite guy still.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Stefan, I mean, we gotta bring him on the podcast one day, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. But this guy, he did not like Meghan Markle, man. You know, you remember the marriage and that? Harry. This guy, because sometimes, you play
Piers Morgan and that. That's what he's trying to do.
You
know, Piers Morgan.
Yeah, like literally, and I'm thinking she's not that bad. But this guy's like, nah, he's messing the reputation of the royal family. I'm like, what do you know about the royal family, fam? You're French. You know what I'm saying? It's so sad. But
he's protecting the queen, bro.
What's protecting the queen for?
He's been staying there for a while. He's like, God save the queen, man. Honestly, like.
But I'm not even saving the queen. I mean, I praise the queen, but like, I mean, it's like, you know, but
now, who needs the queen anyway?
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
Devil's advocate, bro. Top man, I swear.
Yeah, man. No, he's cool, man. And like, he kind of told me that he does karate and blah blah blah. And apparently, you do karate on the next level. So tell me about that, man. What's going on? What's going on? Can you kick us? Is that what you're saying?
I can throw hands. I'll say I can throw hands, definitely. You know what I'm saying? But like, I've been doing it since I was like 23.
Yeah.
Basically, the story was like, I finished uni, and I thought to myself, literally, I finished uni, and I was like, you know what it is with me? I love learning. Like I've discovered that within myself, I mean, for me, I liked going to school. Like I enjoyed like learning in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, like as a general concept, you enjoyed like picking up pieces.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But also, when you're doing something you love to do, it makes you want to keep doing what you love to do. And when uni ended, I was like, well, I want to learn something. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just like go off into work and not keep learning. You know what I'm saying? So I thought to myself, okay. I mean, I wanted to get into karate time ago. But I didn't have the time. I was at uni, innit? So when I finished uni, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go check it out. Literally, right across my street, there was a class. Started going to that. Yeah. And then I started going, but I wasn't into it like bears. I liked it. It was like a side project.
It's all right. It's like a little side project. Yeah. It was nothing major. I can, you know, touch punches and that, but minor,
Exactly. Yeah. And then literally, like, I saw like people that were like half my age, for example, and they were hard. Like they were going so hard. And I mean, at the time I was only a red belt. These guys were like black belts, but like this boy was like 15 or something. I mean, not half my age exactly, but 15. He was so good. I was thinking, like, I need to go harder, man. I was inspired. I was like, I gotta go harder. So I started training more and more. And then literally over time, I just got into it. Like, you know, you're sucked in. I was just into it. But also at the same time, I realized like when I was doing music, because I was at sixth form, went to college, went to uni, I was always studying music. But as soon as you leave that environment, it's so much harder to do. So karate was kind of like a home for me, where like I knew that okay, you know what, I can go over there, yeah, and I can almost get the same feeling of like I'm back in. It's almost like being in the studio, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was that, you know what I'm saying? It was that home, and it was like people just shared love. It was just a good space to be in. So I got sucked in, and haven't looked back, bro. Like, it's part of my life. So
yeah, man. No, that's sick because you've been going at it for 5 years, so you can actually say that. You get me? You've done the back end. You get me? No one can question you. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And literally, you have your page. What's it called?
Kyro Karate.
Yeah, come on, plug yourself, bro.
I know. I was thinking, what page actually called? Because I mean, you know the ones you just see it. I just see it. I don't think of the name of it, but yeah, Kyro Karate. That's Kyro, then karate. You know what I'm saying? You can't miss it. So yeah, we are here. I need to get more stuff on there, to be honest. But
yeah, no, honestly, when you see someone like that kid who's like 15 and he's like schooling everyone, yeah, it kind of just agitates you a little bit, innit? And I kind of wanted to talk on that feeling, innit? It's like when you're agitated because you have that competitive drive in it, and you see someone who's like sick but they're underrated, but you still want to beat them in it, that kind of thing. Obviously, back in the day, I was playing golf, innit? It's very weird. You probably wouldn't paint me as like a golfer, innit? But I was playing golf at pretty elite level, you know?
Sick.
Yeah. And I was basically playing at this place called Hadley Wood. Like I was playing for the junior team and that, blah, blah, blah. And I was seeing kids, bro, who were like 4 or 5 trying to beat Tiger Woods. Literally, their dad is telling them, yo, train every single fucking day. And I'm here like playing on the weekends only because I have school and shit, innit? And my dad's like, okay, we're gonna whip you into shape and shit. And when that happened, bro, that's when I started really trying to play. Like I was playing 5 days a week, like after school, blah blah blah. Because that feeling drives you, innit? Like whatever you're doing, it could be anything. It could be like if you're doing door-to-door sales and you're knocking on doors and you're like, oh shit, I'm hungry. I can't really like feed my family without selling, because if you don't sell anything, then you don't get commission. Because it's a commission-based thing normally, right? And you have to knock on 100 doors. You have to get at least 8, otherwise you're not feeding your family, that kind of shit. And that's why people like that thrive, because they thrive off that competitive spirit, that thrive off that need.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely, man.
And I guess that's what you do with karate, innit? Because it gives you that feeling, innit?
100%. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. So what is that, like, family aspect, what really took you by surprise kind of thing with the karate shit?
Say that again?
You know, when you said, okay, it was kind of like a family, that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you feel like that took you by surprise that it was like that?
I think it wasn't a surprise. I wouldn't say it was a surprise. It was more like, it was like, oh, this is great. Like, because they've got that, I mean, the people I train with, the club I'm at, they got a really good energy, you know what I'm saying? Where they're just good people, you know what I'm saying? And literally, it's like, it's a non-profit organization. The organization is called SKC, like, so Shotokan Karate Center, London, or England.
I think my friend even teaches that one, you know?
Is it?
Yeah. His name is Ben. I don't know if you know him, but his name is Ben Prog. Don't know if you've heard of him.
I might have heard that name somewhere, you know? It's definitely been around there somewhere, you know what I'm saying? But literally, like, they're all just good people, bro. Like when I was training coming up, they'd always try to help you. They literally with them, they just want to like, they just love karate. They don't. It's a non-profit organization, non-profit. Like they're not trying to like make money from it. Of course, they do charge. But all the money they make from back into the club. So it's like they're just doing it for the art.
It's always growing,
and that's rare. Yeah, that's right. It's so rare.
You're doing it for the love, innit?
For the love. And when you deep it, most things people do nowadays, ain't for the love. It's literally just for money. I mean, when you think about music, for example, a lot of people, a lot of us, we do musical media because we want to get somewhere. But at the core of it, you have to love what you do at the core of it. You know what I'm saying? And
you can't just want to get somewhere. You have to have the love. Otherwise, you have nothing to drive with, innit?
Nothing. Exactly.
It's like having a caveman car, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have any engine. You get me? So
definitely. And the thing is, it's like when it comes to, it's hard for any of us to say that, you know what, I want to do this, but I don't care about making it. We all kind of do. We all kind of do, because otherwise, because you know what it is? It's a goal mindset. We, as humans, we think, okay, we need a goal, because you need a goal. If you haven't got a goal, where are you going? You know what I'm saying? that's what keeps you going.
Yeah.
But it's hard. Would you keep doing it if you didn't have a goal?
Yeah.
And separating the two of like making money from it, but doing it. What is that? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's like,
as a human, you derive purpose from that, innit? Like, if you don't have an uphill climb to have, then you're not a human being, because by nature, by DNA, we are programmed to do that. Programmed to find another hill and climb it, and climb it. You get me? And if we don't, then we don't have any purpose, and we're just moving around, that kind of thing. And when we say stuff like, okay, you have to live in the moment, that's when you shouldn't live in the moment, when you're discombobulated. You have to have goals, and then you can live in the moment. Otherwise, you get me? Yeah. And that's why people get taken by, that's why people get taken by words like, okay, live a spontaneous life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to see one of these quotes like, oh yeah, just be spontaneous. And then you live the year spontaneously, and you realize that your bank account's on zero, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, yeah.
And it's very easy to do. Like, literally, from when I was like 21 to 23, that's what happened.
Yeah.
I was trying to learn, like you were saying, right? And I was trying to just like find different things that I'm good at. Okay, cool. Like, I like golf, so I'll do teaching, right? I'll start poetry because I've been doing it since I was like, I don't know, 16, when I was a lover boy, when I got my first girl and all of that, innit?
Yeah,
I was spitting game through the poetry. Do you know what I mean? And so now I'm like trying to do commissions for people. Like, if they ask me for a poem, like I have a little Fiverr account in it, blah, blah, blah. And then obviously the marketing shit in it, because I like understanding what makes people tick in it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I like understanding, okay, cool, like this is how I think, and therefore this is how everyone else thinks, because everyone's living an intense life just like you, and like everyone has a lot of shit going on just like you, and I just want to understand like human nature, basically.
Definitely, man.
You know what I mean?
Study, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's some good books. It's like How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie is a really good book for that. And it just, that shows you that, listen, you have to have an uphill climb, otherwise you can't go anywhere. You have to struggle. If you don't struggle, then there's nothing going for, you know?
Yeah. Definitely,
and I guess, tell me a moment that you struggled heavy, like you were like, fuck this. Like, was there a job that you like fucking hated? Or was there like a relationship that you were in that you were like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
let me start from the beginning. So I think, I remember actually. So I remember I used to work at Wix. So Wix is like B&Q.
Everyone loves a good Wix.
You know, like when I think about, see, you know, it's there's factors. At that time of my life, I wasn't strong. I will say I wasn't strong. I was kind of skinny.
Yeah.
When Wix heavy lifting, bro, you got to do a lot of that. I was tired. You know what I'm saying? And also running through me, I was thinking, you know, I don't want to be doing this. I want to be doing music. Like, this is not for me. I was thinking, all you guys.
Back then you wanted to do music,
yeah? Yeah, I wanted to do music, bro. I was thinking, like, all you guys are losers. Everyone that's working is losers. You know what I'm saying?
You guys don't know about residual income. You get me?
No, you know what I'm saying?
Do you realize that my tracks are going to be making money for years?
That's what I'm saying. You guys are going to be stuck in for the rest of your life. But in my mind, when I think about it, I was ignorant, because obviously everyone's doing it just to get a wage. No one's trying to stay here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
And
it's just a vehicle, We don't realize that, though, innit? We're like, okay, cool, I'm going to buy like a hotel for my girl or some shit. You get me? Like, I'm going to spend, you know what I mean? Like, stupid shit.
Yeah.
And these guys are like saving up for the future, or like doing investments, blah, blah, blah. We don't even know that. We're just moving around clueless. Like, oh yeah, shit, I need to live an exciting life. Otherwise, no one's going to like me. Yeah. That's basically what people do from the ages of like 0 to 15, innit? It's like,
no.
You know what I mean?
So it's like, I mean, I hate, you know, I think the job wasn't bad. I didn't like it at the time.
Yeah.
And then I went to, I remember directly after that, I went to HMV. Now, when I think about HMV, in my mind, prior to that, I was like, it was such a great store, because you can go in there, you can look at CDs, they had anime, they had DVDs, they had media.
Perfect for you still. That was like everything you needed, didn't
it? But you know what it is,
Yeah.
See, I was ignorant again, because obviously working there, people that they don't care. They're just trying to get a job. They're trying to get paid. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to bust conversation with people, trying to have like meaningful conversation about music and that, innit?
Yeah.
And they're giving me some dead answers to the point I was thinking, this is dead. The vibe is so dead. And I didn't enjoy it there because like I just felt I also felt bored. When I was at Wiltshire, I was always busy. At HMV, there wasn't much to do.
There's a lot of dead space because you're just waiting for customers to come in, innit? Versus like people who need to come in to fix something.
Yeah, you know. So like, yeah, when I think about that job was actually, I was getting paid more as well. That job was fine. It was fine, but I literally left within 3 months because I was thinking, you know, like I'd rather do something else.
Yeah, you're losing your headspace.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, I struggled, fam. I was going into uni. I was going into my second year.
Yeah,
I had no money, fam. I was thinking, what? Why? At that time, I didn't think that. But later, I was thinking to myself, why did I do it? Why was I doing that, fam? Because you know what it is, yeah. It's an assumption. You know how you shouldn't really assume too much in life.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you don't know. You've been there, you don't know it. I assumed going to HMV will be exciting. Around all these people, music or whatever.
You have a plan in your mind, innit? Like basically, your brain deceives you, innit?
You think that way, innit? You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's like at the time I thought like, yeah, I'm around all these people that are into it. I think we just like me. To them, it's just retail, fam. And when you think about retail is for anybody. Anyone can do retail. That's literally entry level. I mean, I'm not dissing anyone that's doing retail, but entry level job, anyone can do it. To put something back, or if you can count, you can be a cashier. If you can lead, you can be a supervisor. It's literally the easiest thing you can do. It's a place, something everyone can do. So to some people, right, people that you would never think. In my mind, I was thinking, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna be around a bunch of creatives. That wasn't the case. So it's like a dream you have and it doesn't come true. It's like, that's really like anticlimactic, but you learn.
Because that's what happiness is, isn't it? It's like if you meet your expectations, then you're happy. If you meet or exceed your expectations, then you're happy. Right? But if you don't, then you're gonna be frustrated. And that's why people have a problem with social media. Because social media portrays an image that heightens your expectations for reality, and then you have a dump in real life, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't make it that way, you know, if you don't like realize that, okay, this is not real, and I have to make moments in life, innit? Moments aren't gonna make themselves for me. You get me?
Definitely. You know what's interesting, actually? You know, music as well. Like, when you think about some people when they like their dreams, like they're like being successful in music and whatnot, and you see all these celebrities that are like on drugs, they're on like alcohol, they're on these things that like that you think, why would be on it? You're so successful, you got all this going for you. Why would you be like that? Because the game isn't what you think it is. That's the thing. There's so much there's politics. There's so much other things that go into it. It's not so rainbows and clouds. It's clear skies. It's not like that. It can be like that, but there's a lot of other things that go on that we don't know about because we haven't experienced it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's like that. Like, especially with stuff with Kanye West, when you think about it. And I love Kanye, but he's very problematic. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think about it, he's literally, like, I feel like he's the greatest artist in the world. I feel like I can actually say he's the greatest. He can do everything that Prince could do, and he can rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can 360, he can do all of it. But it's like, he's so... you know how he is. He's problematic. You know what I'm saying? He's not like, he's human. He's a flawed human. That's we all like that. You know what I'm saying? But you've got all this going for you. Why are you moving so mad? You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. You know, some people were killed to be in this position.
But I feel like low key, like he also bought into the social pressure of becoming him. You get me? So obviously he calls himself a god. He calls himself this. He calls himself that. Right? And low key, he has to always leverage that in order to be successful in his ventures, because that's what keeps him in the news, blah, blah, blah. So that's what he's doing, realistically speaking. And if you look at it from that perspective, where it's like, okay, he might just have like a longer set goal than you could imagine, you know, because right now he's in the shit, obviously, right? Like with Kim and all of that.
You know, him and Pete Davidson is that, you know what it is,
and I like Pete as well. Pete's a funny guy, bro.
I know, man. You know what it is, like before I listened to, I was listening to Brilliant Idiots earlier, I was thinking prior to that, this thing with Pete Davidson is so funny. But then I didn't realize, like for example, Charlamagne and Andrew, they're friends with Pete Davidson, and Pete Davidson's actually he's a nice guy, you know. He's actually a calm guy.
Yeah,
and the realest thing is, when you think about Pete, he came into the situation with Kim and Kanye, but like, you know, when you think about a guy that's getting with a girl, and for example, he's getting with your girl, and the guy is mad at for example, as a guy, if you're mad at the guy that's gotten with your girl, why are you mad at the guy? Think what the girl got with him. You know, the guy he's innocent, fam. He's done nothing wrong. But you start firing shots at the guy that's done, like, he's got with your girl.
Yeah, because that's just ego shit, innit? That's like, you have to protect your ego, so you have to, like, you know, stand up for yourself. Don't be like, nah, I'm not taking this shit. What, am I gonna be a cop? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. You get me?
For real. But the thing is, it's like, for starters, Kim, I didn't realize she's like in her 40s. She can be out around with anyone she wants. She's technically, I think, almost divorced. She's single, so she can do what she wants. But at the same time, it's like the videos that Kanye has done, I didn't deep it. It's actually quite bad, you know. Like in the video, he kidnaps Pete and then buries him. Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
It's mad. When you think about it, it's actually mad. And the realest point I heard earlier, is that if it wasn't Kim, if it was some other woman, or whatever, people
wouldn't care.
People will be shelling down Kanye, you know, because it's only because it's Kim, It's like, okay, you know, we'll let you go. But if it was anybody else, we'll be thinking this guy is wet, you know, for real. Because it's like, why are you crying over your ex-wife, whatever,
who's a nobody
over this man? Man. But
especially something in it that everyone cares, and it's like a whole big thing.
Everyone cares. Precisely.
That's but he's moving reckless still, bro. Bro, he literally, like, if anything happens to Pete, we know what happened, basically. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. He's like, catch me, please, before I do something. I know. That's
it was me. It was us that did it. For real.
No, man. But, I guess what we do is we kind of just see the self-doubt in ourselves, and that like the situation is going to get worse, they're going to get worse. That's basically what's happening with Kanye. And I guess what we can take from that is like, listen, we can't be moving reckless just because like you had a rough argument, you know what I mean? Because the moments that you have like some shitty argument, you do some toxic shit, you know what I mean? Like I've definitely done some toxic shit after like a rough argument, you get me? Whether it be messages, whether it be whatever, you get me? Like, it's...
You start saying shit as well. You start saying stuff like... You
just start saying stuff that you don't mean. You get me?
No.
Yeah, man. And it's just because, as I said, like, your brain deceives you, innit? Like, it's almost like you have another person inside of your brain and you're kind of like talking to them, innit? And to be honest, you have to pattern them sometimes, you get me?
No, fully.
Because all that brain wants to have is temptation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I guess Kanye's riled up right now. I can't even speak on that anymore.
Because you know it is that with him, I feel like I'm not him, but I feel like that kind of person, you know, he's just emotionally driven. He's very emotionally driven to the point he's not really, nothing's logical. Really, when you think about it, nothing makes sense.
Yeah.
But his feelings feel a type of way where he must feel like he wants to vent. So he's venting and it's coming out raw. Everything we're seeing, you know what it is? I feel like he's one of the most interesting human beings because he's like,
he's transparent.
He's very transparent to the point.
Yeah.
You don't really know when he's lying. You don't know he's lying.
Yeah, you don't
everything
know.
He's done is actually very, very authentic. Like it really. Have you seen his documentary Genius?
No, I'm gonna see it tonight, low key.
When I tell you it's one of the greatest. It's one of the. I mean, I've watched bare documentaries, all my music documentaries. Yeah, one of my favorites. Hands top 5 definitely, because the thing is, you realize Kanye has been Kanye from the beginning, fam.
Yeah.
Even people say after his mother passed, it made him this way. That's not the case, fam. I might have boosted it a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's been this way, from 2019 something. He's been that way, fam. 1990 something. He's been that way, and it's like really as I think as it goes on, when you look at his life. He probably has like evolved more and more, so he's almost more that. But at the core, he was always this way, fam. Where he was always going to be this way. depending on where he was, you know what I'm saying? So where he is today, it only makes sense, you know what I'm saying? As in how he is.
Yeah, because he's scripted, innit? Like he's someone who anticipates his life to the full extent, innit?
Yeah.
Like he's all about manifestation and all of that shit.
Yeah.
And that's what I was gonna ask you, to be fair. Like, do you believe in manifestation and all of that?
You know what I do?
And have you spoken something into existence? And do you want to tell the people that story?
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you. So I'll tell you. So basically, I feel like I do believe in it, but also there's this line: faith without work is dead, bro. Like, I mean, the way I heard it was sounding so much better, but faith without work is dead. Basically, if you pray for something to happen and you don't work on it, fam, there's no point. Nothing's gonna happen. I feel like you gotta pray. By God's grace, He will help you get to where you need to get to, but you gotta put yourself in position, bro. You gotta get yourself up there. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like that's like trying to build a forest without the seeds. You get me?
Trust me.
Do you know what I mean? Like you're skipping steps, my G. Come on, get back to reality. You
can't just think of it and it's gonna happen one day. No, that's played out. Like for me, I think wherever I did a few things. Actually, I remember genuinely before COVID in 2019, at the end of 2019, there's 4 things I wanted to do. I can't remember all the 4 things I wanted to do, but I know I did it. Basically, I wanted to get my black belt in karate. I manifested that. I told myself I would train. I trained hard for that. Got that. I remember my birthday, my 26th birthday. I said I wanted to do all these things. We made that happen. It was lit. One of my best birthdays. When it came to music, I wanted to release something a certain type of way, and I did that. But I could have just thought about that and prayed. Hopefully all this will happen. But I put myself in position to do these things. Like for example, training. When it came to karate, I made sure I turned up to the dojo. When it came to music, I made sure I researched how to get myself out there on certain platforms or whatnot. When it came to my birthday and whatnot, or anything else I'm thinking of, I researched it. I can't just pray, manifest, and speak into existence. Because a lot of people, I feel like they believe in manifesting and they speak stuff into existence, but they do nothing. It makes no sense, you know. So you got to put yourself in position, man. And
a lot of people are like that, innit?
Like that, bro. And I feel like one last thing I remember is actually I remember Jay-Z said like luck, you create your own luck. And by that he means literally you put yourself in position to be lucky. If you're around a bunch of people that are not doing anything with their life, not saying not doing anything, but like they don't care about.
They're not excelling, they don't have like a vision, they don't have nothing. They're gonna stay in the same place, basically. If you're going around people who are gonna stay in the same place for a while, then you're stupid. Essentially, because what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to be influenced in some way, 100%. Shape, or form.
100%.
You can control it. Cool. You can tell yourself, oh yeah, I'm gonna hang around this person because I'm loyal. But
exactly. Precisely. If you want to do music, and you're around a bunch of people that are just smoking weed, they're just wasting their life around not doing anything, you are not going to progress. You need to get around people you need to get around a producer, get around an engineer, go studio, get around all like people that can help you get to where you want to get to. If you're around, you have to put yourself in position. If you're around negative influences or whatnot, you're more than likely not going to go nowhere because you're around this. These people don't care. You know,
and that's your foundation.
Get around people that care, man.
Innit? That becomes your foundation, innit? The people who you hang around with most are gonna be your foundation. And over the past couple of years, like going through uni, blah blah blah, you obviously meet all these different kinds of people, innit? Like you obviously want to be a big man, so you want to be like going to the parties and that, you know, whining on things, doing whatever. You know what I mean? And in that process, if you're in those scenarios with things that people do which are meaningless, you're gonna find people who aren't going anywhere, right? And you have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, am I gonna be one of these people, or am I gonna step up and have a map and kind of start anticipating stuff and start researching shit? Because it's not the motivation alone that's gonna take you anywhere. It's the discipline. It's the discipline to go to the dojo, right? It's the discipline to, you know, work on a track until you find the lyrics that match that beat. You get me?
That's it, man.
You know, otherwise, what's the point in it?
Especially.
But yeah, like, so you've kind of anticipated your route with music, innit? Like you're like, okay, I have a certain sound. I'm trying to like work on this, work on that. And obviously, a lot of artists kind of evoke feelings from what they're going through in life, innit?
Yeah.
So give an example of like a song that you have coming up, because this is going to come out in a couple months time, whatever.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So you have a song in mind where it's like, okay, this is really personal and I can't believe I even spoke about this.
Oh, I've got a song called you know what I do actually? It's written
In the making.
but it's still in the works.
Yeah,
it's called
cool.
I've got a song called Cold. It's
What's
called
it called?
Cold.
Yeah.
Cold. And basically it tells, it's basically how you know how you feel like you're tired of shit. You're tired of shit. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you go through so much and you're like, you know what, yeah. And you know, it changes you. I always think to myself, have I changed who I was when I was younger? Because I feel like, you know how you go through so many things, yeah? And you're one way when you're younger, and then you're older. When you get older, you're almost darker. You know what I'm saying? And I was writing basically on my experiences, and I feel like I'm the same me. But sometimes I think to myself, right, I never used to think that way. I never used to act this way. I never used to do this. I think it's basically about that. And I'm like, to me, it's like, wow, like it throws me a little bit where I'm like, bro, back in the day, I used to think this way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that anymore. When did I get so cold? I'm even speaking about, you know how you feel like you're under the weight, when the world's on your shoulders. I speak of it more like you're underwater. Because when you're underwater, you know, you think about when you're underwater and you can't get up, you feel like you're in danger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've got, like, it's the song's still working on itself. I'm still working on it, but like, that's basically the surface level of like, that's where it is. Like, when did I get so cold? Like, you know, just like that. Sorry.
Yeah. So what, like a colder version of yourself? Like, it's more dramatic, basically.
Yeah.
It's like,
when did I change?
If I want to be an artist and I want to feel like I'm gonna be the best, then you're gonna have more of that kind of complex. You know, you're gonna be more adamant about it, basically. So it's just like extreme version. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah. No, I feel like I'm going through that too, low key. Like, I'm 25, innit? So I'm a little bit younger than you, right? And you know, but I'm getting to this stage where it's like, oh shit, like I'm comparing like my younger self, and I'm trying to like see different shit. It's a small world, right? So I'm bumping into people who I knew when I was like 16, when I was 20, blah blah blah, and they all remember different versions of you, innit? And do you ever think about that where you're like, oh shit, I used to be this version. I used to be like this little shy kid who was like kind of in the corner, minding his own business, blah blah blah. And now I'm like kind of a little bit more of an extrovert. I'm kind of out there, kind of like trying to meet people, network, trying to like build my foundation so I can go where I want to go, like you were saying. Right? And do you ever think about that? Like, oh shit, I was a different version, you know?
Yeah, you know, I do.
Like, what's the biggest change that you've had in the last like 5-6 years?
Big, I'll give you that. Literally, there's two versions. One version of me, I do think that, because I'm thinking I used to be quite shy coming up in school. But at the same time, I would have my moments where I was very, very like, I was quite extrovert, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because I think about in primary school, I was quite shy, but I would have so many friends. So it didn't seem like I was shy, but I was kind of respectable. I was reserved, didn't it?
Yeah.
In high school, for example, I was way more extrovert than
I think that's what it is. It's because you were more respectful. You get me? So you wouldn't say what your true piece is because you're worried more when you're younger about affecting people, innit? You're worried about hurting people's feelings. You're worried about maybe getting into conflict to a certain extent, but then obviously you do karate, so you know you get a little bit more confident. You're like, fuck this, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say how I want to say it.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like when I was thinking in high school, I was kind of almost a bit of a class clown, but I was smart. That's the thing. I'll bust jokes and whatnot, but I was smart. That's the thing. So I knew how to. I literally, when I think about high school,
you knew how to maneuver yourself.
I feel like when it came to
you knew how to maneuver yourself, basically.
Precisely, I knew how to maneuver, bro. Like literally, that's what I'm saying. There's kind of two versions where like I knew how to be around the geeky, nerdy kind of kids. They were more shy. But they were also some of my best friends. But at the same time, I could talk to the guys that were like the popular kids in school, like the jocks. I guess you could say the jocks, the G's, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? I could be around them.
You're going down to American high school times, isn't it?
Yeah, you know,
you get the stereotypes out here, you know, because that's real shit. Yeah, we see the stereotypes out here, and we're like, okay, cool. If we want to be balanced, then we have to have both sides. You get me?
Exactly. So, but I never intended to do that. It's just
it's just how you naturally went, because you're like, I see the best in both, basically.
Yeah, and I feel like personally, not everyone has that. not being big-headed, but I don't feel like one has that because you're not always granted that. I feel like, to be honest, I genuinely believe, and I think it's so wrong. I feel like in high school and school year in general, people are treated differently because of how they look. I genuinely believe, because I was around, it was a multicultural place I was, where I went to school in it. So because I was black, I genuinely believe I could get along. Like I remember, talking to a boy that was kind of like a bit more nerdy, a bit more geeky. He was like, "You're the safest black guy I know." And I was thinking, at first I was thinking, "Yeah, I appreciate you," but I think I'm thinking that's bad. Like, as if all the other black guys, just don't rate him, and that's horrible. You know what I'm saying? Whilst I'm on for example, the other side, the guys that kind of like they're the G's or whatnot. They're like, I was cool with them, but like I wasn't doing the same things they were doing, or like
of course, because we keep it clean, obviously. Kyro, listen, for the kids at home listening, this guy's on straight and narrow path. Listen.
No case. But like with me, it's like it's just the way I carried myself. But at the same time, I do genuinely believe because I look like them, or because I talk like them or whatnot, because of who I was, I got along with them. But there's people that are like, it's crazy. Like when you're, and I feel like it's such a great story. I feel like some people, when they're nerdy or whatnot, they might be looked down upon. They might get bullied or whatnot. But the thing is, them guys are billionaires. Look at Bill Gates. Them guys are billionaires, fam. Where are these guys that are?
And why is that? Because they struggled, G. You get me? Like they struggled in certain ways, and they had to find a way to protect their ego to a point where they're like, okay, cool, I've amounted to something, innit?
Precisely.
And that's the kind of path where most people are on, innit? Most people who would watch this kind of shit, we find, like, statistically, that they are in, like, middle-class homes, blah, blah, blah. They're kind of, like, posting, you know? Like, family's kind of stable, but they want to level up and they have dreams of leveling up, but because they want to, you know, appeal to social pressures, blah, 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 they make decisions that don't end up putting themselves in where they wanted to go.
Yeah.
You know?
Precisely, man. Precisely. That's what I feel like.
Because they don't have struggle, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Trust me, man. Trust me. I genuinely believe the people that are in school, first of all, if you feel like you need like help, you feel like being bullied or whatnot, talk to someone. Honestly, talk to someone, because there's people that can help you. But also,
of course.
You guys that you might feel that way, the world is on your side. You are the winners. You know what I'm saying? You are the guys that when you look back and you be like, they treat me this way, I'm gonna ball so hard on these guys. That's literally an underdog story. I love that. You know what I'm saying?
And it's that same agitation that you have with that 15-year-old kid. You get me? In the gym, and you're like, oh shit, I have to train to be better than him at least. You get me? And you know what? Sometimes it's okay to look down on someone in your head because you're just using that as fuel, innit?
Sure.
You know, that's all it is. Man. And that's why, like, you know, when you look at motivational quotes in your bed at nighttime and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do something. You know, low key, your brain has an effect where it's like, I feel like I've done something just because I've looked at that quote.
Yeah.
And that's the deception that we're kind of getting at, innit? It's like, fam, we're telling ourselves some whack shit about ourselves. We're like, okay, I've done something today when we haven't done shit. And if you're in that position, just please go and find a passion and stick with it. You know?
You know what's so real?
Yeah.
I've literally just finished a book called Ikigai.
Yeah.
If you type in Ikigai, you can find it right away. It has a blue book cover.
What Ikigai?
Yeah.
Yeah, what, the Japanese concept?
Yeah. Literally. Like, and it told me, probably, when I tell you, it will change your life. I'm not gonna lie.
I've literally been using that concept. You know, I told you Zan words is my poetry. Bro, it's literally on the Ikigai thing.
Fam, it's so good. Like, literally, I finished it the other day, and I was thinking to myself, this is the manual for life, bro.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, when it comes to Ikigai, like, you need to, it's literally your purpose of life. And I feel like it's hard to, they say in the book, if you don't know your purpose of life, don't worry about it, you will discover it. But also set it to be your journey to find it. And once you find it, live it. And it literally connects so many dots. Because it's like, life is fleeting. Like, this moment's here, it's not gonna be here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be here in an hour.
Yeah.
You gotta use every bit. And life is so short, bro. Like, you should do things you would love to do around people you love, stress-free, and live a long, happy life, bro. That's literally the essence of life. And I feel like that's what I discovered in that book. And it's taught me so many things. And people that got an ikigai, they live longer, but they're also happier. They're more happy. They're happy with their lives more when they're older. And I never want to live with regret. I want to make sure I do everything I love to do to the best of my ability, but almost never stop doing it, because that makes it's a purposeful life. You know what I'm saying? So that's
it. What is it? It's the 4 elements, right? So it's like, you know, bring something into the world that changes the world for the better, something that brings you money, something that keeps you fit, right? And it's like just pouring of all of these aspects. Essentially, you can go on like a wellness wheel. It's kind of like a wellness wheel, but it gives you direct paths into happiness, basically.
100%.
I think with that, obviously, you need something that gives you all of those different things, right? So, for example, you do karate to keep you fit. You have the rapping thing to change the world and also make some money.
Makes me happy.
And when you have those things cornered off, that's all you need in life, really.
Yeah.
You know, and all you want to do is build those things, and that's why you have to plan behind it.
Yeah, you know? That's what I wake up in the morning, and that's what I want. That's the first thing I want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. So I go into that, and then
So that's like the ideal life that we want to live in. It. If we stick to the ikigai at all times, we'll be happy.
Yeah.
But
100%.
Then if we are able to also take away that deception, where it's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go and, you know, for example, what do people do nowadays? They go and see their ex, innit? For example, like you just don't do that, because you tell yourself, oh it's really cool, I know the person, I'm not gonna run on my body count. Some girls say that, right? You know what I mean? It's a dumb decision, and we catch ourselves in parts of distraction. Right? And if we're distracted, then we're taken away from what we could be doing. So give an example of like a way that you've been distracted and you were like, oh shit, I've been doing this for the longest time and it's been taken away from my energy, and I'm like, I have to fix this up.
I think the only thing I can think of, 100%. I feel like the only thing I could think of, I think probably just certain girls I've seen. For example, when I was like just dating certain girls, when I think about it, it's like I spent so much time and money on this person, but that's life in general.
Yeah, life in general.
I'm thinking I should be focusing on my shit. Like, what am I doing, man? I was distracted. But it's like, it's such a natural thing in life. You know what I'm saying? Like you go through, it could be a relationship, it could be at a workplace, it could be family members telling you what or whatnot. It could be anything. But I remember for me, when I think about it, probably just that, where I think like after I left uni, I was seeing certain girls, I was thinking, why am I doing that? I should have just been focusing on my shit, you know? But you live in your life, you know? So
man. No, we get caught into the romantic bullshit. We've all seen Disney movies, blah blah blah. We all want that like fantasy shit, bro. Listen, like if you are not like confident with yourself and you can be self-competent, then you can go. If you can be self-competent, go into a relationship. Okay, cool, fine. You can afford to. But if you're not self-competent, if you can't do your own shit, and if you're just looking to fill a void, just stay away from this shit, innit?
100% stay away, bro.
What's the point? Bro, the amount of money I've blown, the amount of nights that were just meaningless, you get me? Like, it's not the one. It's not the one.
Trust me. But you know what it is, yeah? I genuinely don't regret.
I don't regret shit as well. Like, I do feel
I feel like certain things I had to do to realize, like, I learned from it. Because I really do think to myself sometimes, if I didn't go through that, if I didn't go that way, if I didn't do this, if I didn't do this third, where would my mindset be today? Like, I genuinely believe, you know Gary Vee.
Yeah, like, of course, yeah.
I feel like he's a god level, he's a genius, but I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
I feel like
he's underrated.
Yeah, he's underrated, fam. I feel like he's known well enough, but more people should know him more.
Yeah,
like, he's that good. He literally breaks it down like in your 20s, from 20 to 30, you should live the most high risk life. You should do everything. You should try and be Beyonce. You should bungee cord. You should go live in a house for a year. You should do all these things, and it makes sense because like literally, I don't. I mean, it's inevitable. We all make mistakes. But I don't want to make certain mistakes when I'm 30 or when I'm 40. Although it's inevitable, you're going to anyway. But I want to kind of flesh it out.
You feel like you should have figured life out by that point, innit?
Oh yeah.
You should have had, you never really the system is on its own wheels now, you know what I mean? I don't have to do anything, it's just kind of running. Yeah. Precisely.
Like, and it's like with me, I think I want to get the shit out. I feel like I've got 2 more years to get all the shit out now.
Yeah.
But I mean it's not practical.
No, I don't think it ends, to be fair, G. I think you got
don't, bro.
Yeah.
You keep learning, you keep living, you know. That's it.
But yeah, you obviously take less risk because you have to take on more responsibility. Obviously, it's a fair exchange. We know that that's going to happen. So that's why he says it. And that's what I think he is one of those gurus where, okay, fine. Like, he comes across like, oh, yeah, you know, you should just go and fucking go to garage sales and flip it right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, but
NFT in it. NFT.
There's essence in what he says. At the same time, you have to be in the frame of mind to, one, to improve from his content. You get me? But yeah, man, no, he's a genius, man. So, look out for people like that, bro. Whatever projects they're doing, like, look out for people like that. If you want to improve your circle, like, he'll show you how to do that for sure. But yeah, man, like, it seems like you have all the corners to kind of like go off this year. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do this year? What do you want to tell the people? Manifest something.
So tell them what you're gonna do. I want to perform, and you know what it is? I need to perform again because I remember prior to COVID. So really, truly, at uni, so 2017 was when I graduated. From 2014 to 2017, I was performing bears.
Yeah.
Then 2017 to 2019, I kind of slowed up on music. I was still doing it, but I slowed up a lot. So coming into this year, 2022, I wanted to do it in 2021, but I couldn't because it was in and out of lockdowns and whatnot.
Yeah.
2022, I was performing, bro. Trying to get out there, trying to gig again, go open mics. I'm performing it's a week and a bit actually. For the show for basically this organization called UK, so Undiscovered Talent, performing there. That's literally my first show since before COVID, man. I haven't even, like, I haven't held a mic in my hand and performed on stage since before COVID. And I don't, prior to that, I don't actually remember when I performed. I keep thinking uni, but it wasn't uni. It was in between that time. Yeah. So that's my first show. I'm doing that. I want to release. I'm gonna release a bunch of singles, of course, up to the end of the year. But by the end of the year, I actually want a solid EP, and these singles should make the EP. But with my strategy, it's better to release them bit by bit over the course of the year to give them all traction, and then make the project. Otherwise, if I just put out a project, a bare song's gonna go over people's heads. The whole project might go over their heads.
And that's the new thing as well, isn't it? Like, you have to release singles first to get the plays up as well, because otherwise,
you have to.
The algorithm won't pick that up. So no, for sure. No, it makes sense, bro. It makes sense.
That's why I'm just trying to, like, this year literally is, when it comes to music, I want to with this year, I want to strategize how I do things a whole lot more. So it's definitely how I release music, how I perform, all these things. I want to do them. I want to basically, what I want to try and achieve is, when I was at uni, I was at my peak with music, as in, like, I was doing it to the best of my ability. I was sharp.
Because you were in it, right? You were doing it all the time. You were performing all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, I get you.
I was around it. And then after I left uni, and then coming even after COVID, I was kind of here and there with it. Nowadays, I feel like I'm back. I'm back in that, where I'm in my peak form, but I want to excel further than that. I want to be better than that. And I know I am. It's just about doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I see I'm doing a show week and a half. And then after that, I want to do more shows. This summer, I want to run. I want to run this summer, you know? So
yeah, man. Yeah, and man. Like, well, obviously, I'll try and get you connected with some artists, bro. Like,
bro.
The show coming up in April. I think maybe if you go to it, then you'll see, like, I think four artists that I know that will probably come on the podcast as well. And it'll be dope if you come to that. But I'll try to see your show. Where is it, bro?
It's in I think it's in East. I'm not gonna. I don't even know if I'm. It's basically it's at Stanley Arts Center. I think. It might be even North. I don't even know if I'm not gonna lie. I need to look into it again.
Bro, listen. Send me some clips from that, and I'll just put it in here now. I plan on getting that recorded definitely because it's the first. To me, it's quite special. Yeah.
I mean, really and truly, I don't want to downplay it, but it's basically a talent show. Looking at it, I'm like, it's a talent show. That's basically what it is, isn't it? But there's obviously, it's also a competition. You can win money, but I'm not deeping it as the biggest thing, but to me, it is. I guess I'm deeping it as the biggest thing, but like, it's my first.
But you're treating it like that, innit? Like you have to
treating it like that.
You have to find the fuel from somewhere, right? So obviously,
100%.
Yeah.
Like this is actually quite big for me because I mean, I'm done this in a while, so I'm coming back. It's like a return. You know what I'm saying? So, and literally, I know for a fact, afterwards, I'm gonna be so inspired to do it again, but even on a bigger scale, because I'm gonna be like, okay, I remember this feeling. It's about remembering that feeling, but also sparking the flame, bro. Like it's gonna set the tone for the rest of the year. I know that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Because you're gonna build momentum off that, innit?
100%. And also with the organization, I won Artist of the Month, and they have like a top 10.
No, I saw that actually on Instagram.
Yeah. So I won that. So that's how I basically got the gig to perform. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, no, nice.
Definitely, it's all coming full circle. It's a big thing. So I'm gonna shut it down. That's all we're gonna do. We're gonna shut it down.
It's all part of the plan, innit?
Yeah, definitely.
It's all part of the plan, yeah, man. But yo, listen, we'll connect very soon, bro.
100, bro.
Anything else you want to say to the people before you sign off? Instagram, all of that.
I mean, I think guys, just follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok as well. TikTok, I believe it's the same. Because you know what it is, this year I'm trying to do up TikTok. I'm trying to figure this shit out. It's baffling. It's also the easiest thing in the world, apparently.
Yeah.
It's the easiest thing in the world if you do it correctly, which is very annoying. But find me on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter at Kyro Cole. So it's KYROCOLE _ right there. That's all platforms. YouTube I'm still figuring out. But if you type in my name, Kyro, KYRO, or Kai Sensei, you'll find me right away, bro. Literally. But this year, man, 2022, trying to make it happen, man.
Yeah, man. Let's make it happen, bro. Let's see what I want. Let's get into the studio sometime as well. Huh?
Let's come to the studio, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure. Let's make that happen soon, bro.
100, man, 100.
But yeah, listen, love. Have a good night, innit, my G. And
Appreciate it, man.
We'll catch up soon, yeah?
In a bit, bro.
In a bit.
Steve.